Hello, everybody. Hey, Darcy.
Hi, Jemima.
How are you doing? Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Awakened Positive Power, where Darcy Martyr and myself, Jemima Godsall, talk to you regarding topics of depression, mental health awareness, and suicide prevention. Just before we get started, I keep forgetting to say there is a disclaimer down below. Please make sure you read it. If you have any troubles or if you have any concerns about someone you love or even yourself, there is a 1-800 number you can call. You are never alone. And Darcy and I have created this platform to hopefully just normalize the conversation around these topics, because they're heavy topics, but we need to just make them okay. Like a big feeling, small feelings, every feeling is justifiable and totally okay. We want to make sure we can have the conversation around darker, deeper emotions and just talk, just have chat. And then afterwards, don't you feel a little bit better? I swear to God, every time I go, "Blah," afterwards I walk away going, oh, don't you,
Okay.
Darcy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you're shedding it, right? You're not keeping it in there,
Always.
rolling it around in your marbles.
Yeah, as you said, depression is depressed emotions and then they bottle up and then they come out explosive. So we're trying to avoid that. We're trying
Me
to
too.
avoid every week.
I like it.
Yeah, we have a different topic of conversation. And this week, Darcy and I have had some interactions with people that have sort of caused some questions regarding our interactions and behavior and how it can sort of knock us sideways as a person. Um, I don't know. Should I tell him my tale, Das?
Yeah, tell them your tale because
I'll
I
try
think
and make it short and brief. Yes,
make it
Darcy.
short, but I think it's really important because it feel this is one of the things we're talking about. When people are down, and then how things compound it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and then we put ourselves in a situation and things get compounded.
yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, definitely you should tell your story.
So it's firstly, I came out of Joyful Journey Hot Springs in Colorado. I'll plug that. Go to it, everyone. It's beautiful. And they have hot springs and really good food and mountains and just beautiful walks. And I went
What's
with my
joyful journey?
Joyful, the name, Joyful Journey Hot Springs. I mean, does it just make you smile already?
Yeah, I want to go right now. I want to go.
It's so beautiful, so beautiful. So I'm in this for 4 days bliss with my lover, and then we go our separate ways on Monday because I have to go to. I'm going, not have to. I want to go to a ceremony this weekend, but it was snowstorm. He was going back to Arizona, and so I did. I went another way instead of going through Paonia, maybe getting stuck there because of the snow. I went straight to Denver, and my lover shouted me a room at Motel 6. I'm going to plug Motel 6. I'm sorry, but this is I've already complained to corporate, so I can. Motel 6 in Lakewood. And I got there, and my husband, my lover at first had booked the room on his credit card. So I get there and I say hi, and they deny me because the credit card name is not the same as me. But I have an email saying that we're connected. So I asked the manager, can I show you the email that shows us that it's legit? He goes, no, that won't help. And then I'm like, can I get him on the phone to speak to you and he can read out his credit card number? Obviously, that's going to be the same person. He goes, no. And I went, well, what am I meant to do? He goes, well, we consider this fraud. You are fraudulent. I was like, what? Oh my God, and I'm just freaking out because I didn't have the money to do this. It was his gift for me, beautiful gift. So I'm freaking out. Then, of course, I phone him. He's driving through the mountains where there's no zone. So I'm getting voicemail. Granted, I did ring 10 times. I'm going, ah! Then I burst into tears and I had to touch some funding, which was only for property I'm manifesting, never to be touched until it comes. Had to break into it because I didn't know what to do, where to go, chaos. So I finally get in, and then along the way to my room, it smells like drugs. I see people staring. I see drug addicts. I can smell sex. I can smell speed. I can hear people screaming. And I went straight back to my traumatic time of my drug addiction days in San Francisco, which was horrid. And I had a panic attack, and I flipped into my post-traumatic, had a major, this is like within about 100 feet, by the way, had a major anxiety attack. I thought I'll be okay when I get into the hotel room. Got into the hotel room. And it just begins, folks. Got into the hotel room, and firstly, it's a ripple effect. I'll just run through briefly. The TV channels didn't work, which I don't mind to watch TV, but there was one channel I wanted, and it was the music channel, and it didn't work. So I said, well, you could have told me that some of them, anyway. And then I found a can of soda that wasn't mine in the rubbish can. I found black hair in the shower. I went to sit on the bed, and there was pardon the language, but there was semen stain. And I have a picture, And I was like, what? And I flipped. And so I was, yeah. So I phoned the guy.
Had dirty bed sheets, a dirty shower, a dirty bed. You had a dirty room.
It was disgusting. And the floor, Motel 6 is good if you have animals because it says it's a laminated floor. So there's no sort of fear of bugs jumping from the floor. But this was like, if I took my shoes off, I would have got cuties. It was like a dirty shower in a, yeah, it was like, and I was, oh my God. So then I phoned the guy, manager, and I told him, and he said, you're a liar. And I said, what do you mean I'm a liar? He goes, I checked the room before I came in. And I said, you're calling me a liar. So I masturbated and came on the bed for the sake of what? Like, I was seriously going, I don't understand what you're saying. Sorry, guys, I know this is kind of explicit, but it's true.
Right.
I was going, what are you saying? And then I said, the TV doesn't work, all of the things I listed. And then to call me a liar and a fraud. And then, oh, that's right, the heater didn't work and it's 30 degrees outside, it's stuck on 65 because you don't know how to work it. You're dumb. I was like going, okay, so I've been called dumb, a fraud, and a liar in a matter of conversation. And then I had to swear. I said, bleep, this is unbelievable. And he goes, I'm going to call the cops on you for swearing at me and for complaining. And I was like bawling, going, what do you mean? I don't understand. I'm just trying to complain about this. I want my refund. You can't have a refund. What? So I'm losing it. Then I sit on the bed and then I go like crying my eyes out after I got off the phone to him, crying my eyes, like not quite sure what to do because I didn't have any money to go anywhere else, blah, blah, blah. And then I feel bites.
Yikes.
I know, bites, 3, bite. And I was like, oh my God, I jumped up. I looked around. I've had bed bugs once before at another hotel. So I know exactly what it's like. I know exactly the feeling. And I flipped and I grabbed everything and I drove and I was crying, going, I can't believe this happened. Got on the phone again to my lover, explained the situation. He also got on the phone to management. He had the same flip side story to him. Then he was so irate. So he, bless him, got me another hotel room. And I got here and everything was wonderful. The people were great. And they said, yeah, they hurt because my lovers told him the story and made sure that I could get in without being caught a fraud again. My God. And then I just came in and I was completely annihilated. Like I felt completely annihilated. I felt like bruised. I felt my ego and my whole being had been crushed. He called me a liar, which triggered a lot. Don't forget, guys, it was also been triggered by the smell of drugs and sex and angry people around me. So I was already in a bad place. But to be called a liar, that's a real burning thing because I am not a liar. My ex used to call me that a lot, and it's really a trigger for me, which burnt. And then to be called a fraud, me, no. I mean, now I can laugh. And then to have all that stuff. I mean, semen on the bed was just outrageous. But for him to think it was anything but me lying, then I got so upset. And then the next day, I slept all day, and I was really like traumatized, and I couldn't believe it had swiped me emotionally backwards to San Francisco. I'm still kind of shocked about it. I'm grateful that I'm talking to you guys and to Darcy right now. Great way to offload. But what a shame that there is human nature like that existing right now in such a fragile phase we're in as a collective universe. I mean, I get to choose where I can live, and that's a blessing, huge, even more of a blessing I see now. Maybe that's one of the lessons I got from it. What a gift I have to be able to choose where I can stay and maintain happiness and invite people in. And that's just a gift. And I can, and bless me, and bless the angels for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how freaking to think that they rip me off. The people out there are like just don't care. It shocked me. I haven't been with that sort of environment since way before COVID. It's since 2019. And it just made me so sad about.
Well, this is the thing, you get into those places where, their motel is in an area where they have people that are doing drugs and illicit sex or whatever. And so they're used to like people doing things that they're not supposed to be doing, and they probably let them slide, or they take advantage of them. They get them to pay off a little more, a little this, little that, or they turn a blind eye to bad behavior, or so that's really the dark side. You were in a place that was really dark. And yeah, it is ironic. It's totally ironic.
We didn't know that the area at all. Like we just flipped. We just wanted a cheap motel, and Motel 6 has usually been very good to me, and it was just absolutely incredible. And the thing that shocked me was that after COVID, our isolation and all this stuff, we've had opportunity to evolve and grow and see what's important in life, that is still even more. I felt more because I'm out of it now, but so much hate and so much disgust in each other. And so much, I was considered a liar because I was in the funky hotel. Well, here I am just traveling from freaking Colorado, stopping here to go to another. I'm not. I'm
Right.
just a
But you know,
person.
that, like I'm saying, they're used to, and this is the thing, they're used to drug addicts. And this is the stigma around drug addicts, is
Oh, it sucks.
you can't trust them as far as you can throw them. You know, addicts, their whole focus, one thing is to get high, and they'll do whatever they need to do that. And we lose touch with the human side.
Yeah.
You know, who is that person and what needs are they in right now? And so the management of that place was, they were the dregs. The management was the dregs, much more so than anybody who was going to come in their hotel.
Oh my
Just
God.
from just from what they offer. He didn't check the room before you went in there. He
No.
didn't care.
No,
No.
otherwise, I think he did it because I was so upset he called me a fraud to begin with, and I had to pay myself. So I'm
Yeah,
thinking, I bet they bloody well came in just 5 minutes before I did and did something horrible like that and laughed.
sure.
It was just,
Because he does. I mean, that's the kind of person that those people are, and you have to be able to recognize it, and you also have to really deflect. You have to really deflect
yeah,
and remember it's not about you.
yeah,
And none of this is about you. And then again, it is about you because that's where you ended up, you know. So
yeah.
you have to look at what is your response now? What's your response to this situation?
Well, one thing was interesting was I
Mhm.
know that in the moment I've got a lot of healing to do still, like a major, because I'm really practicing all what I speak about, but it's very
Mhm.
hard at the moment. I still become wildly triggered,
Yeah,
so it become my reaction, and I'm really working against becoming an observer of my feelings rather than becoming my feelings, especially in a situation like that, because that didn't help. Yeah, he was calling the cops because I was hysterical. And I mean, I said, that's why I left, because I thought if Chris said, just go to the front desk. I said, if I go, I'm going to jail because I'm the one who's crying and swearing and I can't breathe.
sure.
Yeah, and
And also, it's possible the cops are his buddies.
yeah, of course, of course. I mean, how many times have they been there? You know what I mean? So then, and so it's really interesting observation to see how raw I still am. And that was really quite, I said sad. I wrote a blog about it and wrote so sad to observe because it was kind of defeated. I felt defeated in a way from my own recovery, but not so much in terms of what I walked away with afterwards. When I came here, it really made me count my blessings of where I can be, of not being in that situation anymore, of having the good fortune to choose to be in places that are beautiful and happy. What a gift that is. So many things I thought, wow, that's a beautiful reminder. Like just as soon as I was coming out of this blissful place, I got shot in the face sort of thing and got reminded wildly that don't take things for granted. Don't ever get too comfortable.
Right.
Always continue to work at it, and honor everything. Have your rituals, say your thank yous to the universe every day, which I do, but it was a reminder. And
Yeah.
also a reminder to see how far I have yet to become what I talk, not just with practice, to
Right.
be an observer rather than falling into that. Because I know it wasn't about me. I know I could see it, but I
Yeah.
was just, and then my post-traumatic stress from a trigger with San Francisco really,
Right.
that was really vulnerable moment. And it disabled me from becoming an observer rather than becoming the problem.
Right.
So
Right.
a lot of things came from it, but shoot, dang, I was
Right.
in a beautiful place before. Oh my God, I was in
Like
hot
you
springs.
opened the wrong door, right?
Oh
You
my
went,
God.
wait a minute, how did I get here?
It
This
was
is,
crazy. It was just sort of whacked you. And guys, you never know what happens with life. It turned, and that is the beautiful journey, ups and downs, ups and downs. And that this down really reinforced the goodness that I have. So what a
yeah.
beautiful twisted gift it is. But and also I get to see what more work I have to do and go, yoo okay, here we go still. But
Now you
the
see, if you were also still looking at this from a perspective of depression, right?
yeah, Yep.
You
Would
know,
have.
it's very easy for someone who's in a
Oh,
depressed state
oh
to
God,
just
yeah.
let all that compound on top of them.
Yeah.
And that oftentimes is what happens is when we get in that really depressed state and then we deal with somebody who minimizes our feelings, or
Yeah.
we get into a negative situation and it runs beyond our control, it just really can compound
Yeah.
that depression. And
Yeah.
to pull yourself out is really
Yeah.
the important issue. Whether you take yourself out of the environment or you do your practice or you
Yeah.
call a friend, you know, you got to find a way to not let the situation, you know,
Overtake you.
have the power and dictate what your feelings are, you
Well, I
know.
mean, yesterday I was just saying to Darcy before we got on that I slept all day, and when
Right.
I come out of my sleep, because I suffer from depression, as you know, and so wild depression sometimes, and so I felt it, and exactly what Darcy was saying. I know I came from it. Thank God I came from a really happy moment in my time, and I was feeling really good and empowered to
Yeah.
slam down, and I was so ripped apart and so abused and so annihilated from feeling my character had been ripped apart, being called a liar, a fraud, and whatever else it was. I don't want to remember, but to feel like just ripped out. And I thought all day slept, and I'm in a good place and I'm able to step out of it today. But I saw the whole, exactly what you're saying, the compounding effect of, if I was in another state, I mean, a couple of weeks ago or about a month ago, Darcy, there's no way I would have been deep in my depression right now. And it would
Right.
have been very hard to step out of it. And it would have, yeah, I'm not even quite sure how I could have, because it would have informed me or reinforced my negative feelings about myself already. Yeah, I'm a horrible person. Not that those things were right, but I'm a horrible person. This is what I deserve. So
Right.
it's just such a sad thing that people can't be compassionate. You know, it just made my heart break that there's still so much hate in the world when we've been through so much time to really appreciate each other. It
Well, you
just,
know, people are trained. I mean, to retrain everybody is really difficult. So we're looking at some serious training. I mean, just where our country is headed right now, we need to really retrain people. You know,
yeah,
we have to honor the working class again.
yeah,
Right now, you know, people are so hung up on celebrityism, and they really idolize who has the most money. And, you know, that's our values are really skewed right now. And we have this misconception of what freedom is really about, you know. So we're, you know, people are out there shouting, you don't impinge on my freedom, and yet their desire for their freedom is impinging on so many others.
yeah,
So we really have to retrain ourselves to come back to seeing the value in each other,
yeah,
you know.
totally.
And we've been really kind of dragged away from all that recently. And I think it's happened more and more over the last 20 years, I would say. And when I really think about it, you know, it feels like reality TV is a great marker. When we dumped into reality TV is when we started really enjoying bad behavior and looking at that dishonesty thing. You know, we just love dishonesty. But even you can even go back to early comedy. You can go back into like the 70s and sitcoms. It was all passive aggressive behavior,
Yeah,
you
but
know.
it wasn't real life per se. So it was still had that barrier between the reality and the show. Whereas the reality TV brings that force of real life, everyday behavior into it. And then what do we copy? What the general human beings tend to be is copycats, and we try to emulate the same behavior from whatever they see on television. I say to everyone, turn off your TVs. It's brainwashing, it's manipulating,
Yeah.
it's generally 90% negative. If you can turn it off and be with your partner or be with your kids or be with your friends and have
Right.
quality time together, and your pets, or alone, like learn to love yourself. Oh my God, the world has shifted amazingly. Everyone I know who doesn't watch TV has a lot more passion for life and a lot more compassion for each other. And
Right.
I'm not trying to judge, but I guess it is kind of a judgment. But I don't want to offend, because here I am on YouTube because there is a plate there that it just the everyday TV, like the channels, the all the channels on the.
And I think then again, though, we getting into training, and like I said, we have to appreciate the working, the working class, because really what TV became was a pacifier for the overworked and underpaid. So you go and you do these 40-hour work weeks, you don't see your family, you come running home to eat something, and then you plunk on the couch and watch TV because you're exhausted.
Yeah, such good.
And so that whole
why did it have to be? See, I think it's a plot. I swear I'm paranoid, but it's like a plot, because why do people just not come home and plop on their TV and go, hey, and pass out and sleep? It seems to be like we've been conditioned to hook into this stimuli, which has been designed to brainwash or manipulate us to think certain things. I mean, I don't watch TV. When I watched it recently, or saw it at a laundry or something, I saw these ads for food. I felt so hungry, and I'm like going, I want to go to McDonald's. I don't eat that stuff. I mean, I haven't eaten it since I was 12. And all of a sudden I want a massive meal of fries and everything. I'm going, whoa, where the hell did that come from? Like, what? I don't eat that.
Right. Well, see, this is an interesting subject, because people are really mad right now at Facebook for having, creating their algorithms to get people more, hooked into their thing. I'm like, sorry, guys, that's been going on for years.
Yeah.
What do you think the news does? And it doesn't matter. I don't care what channel you're watching. The point is they're going to talk about the bad news, the dramatic news, and they're going to get you so riled up, because that's going to make you want to watch more. And then we watch drama TV with the cops, and we're just, totally conditioning each other to be, living at this high emotional place. So here we go to work in the morning. We get up late, we down our caffeine, coffee, tea, soda, whatever. We down it, we grab something to eat, we drive through traffic, we listen to the news or the music really, really loud. We get to work, we're hopefully not late. We have to deal with people we don't like, doing jobs that we hate, working too long. Hopefully we'll get a break. Not if you work it for Amazon, right? I mean, you're just like going like this. Then we got to get back in the car, deal with traffic, run home, and try to eat something. And maybe you're going to see family if you're lucky. And you know what I mean? We're living in fight or flight response continuously. And then you turn on the TV and it's fight or flight response. And you got to keep people in fight or flight response, so they'll keep doing it. And the more people are overworked, tired, and underpaid, the easier they are to manipulate.
But I don't understand us, because wasn't COVID one of the reasons we got from COVID, or sorry, one of the things we could have got from COVID, a lot of people I know have, was this reassessment of the life, and for that not to ever be repeated. We came out of that lifestyle you're talking about.
Right.
That's where it came from.
Right. So you've got a couple of things happening right now. So you've got these people who say, wow, I'm overworked and underpaid. I'm not going back to that garbage job anymore. They didn't give me any benefits. I didn't have any health insurance. I didn't have anybody helping me pay my rent. And not only that, those guys in Congress don't want to help me pay my rent. They're fighting about it, and yet they shut me down. Everybody shut me down. No health insurance, no, nothing. And here I am on my own, supposed to figure this out on my own. People are like, no, I'm getting a better job and I'm putting myself first. Okay, so we have that. Then we've got the people who've had jobs and have relied on part-time expendable workforce. I can't run my business anymore. I don't have labor. Well, sure. Who wants to work at your fruit stand for $7 an hour in the snow with no benefits? Or, sorry, the kids are back in college and they're not going to work for those kind of jobs anymore. Or, it's like, I'm sorry, your business, which wasn't paying people properly to begin with,
Yeah.
but you got lucky over the last 20 or 30 years with your business not paying people.
Yeah.
And then you can start looking at, well, that, our economy is going to tank if people don't work again, or the small businesses can't operate because they can't find people. And I say, yes, the small businesses cannot operate the way the large businesses can. McDonald's can operate very differently than Susie's muffin and pie shop, right?
Ooh,
Whatever,
yummy.
right?
What is
Right.
Susie?
So whatever they're doing, they can't, Susie and Bert and their coffee shop can't operate the same way that McDonald's can. They can't. And yet when those loans came out, we had those big businesses snaking the loans before the
I know. Wasn't
smaller
that
one.
horrible? That didn't make
Right.
any sense.
We
Didn't make
have
any
to, right. We have to retrain people. It all needs to be
But it
retrained.
feels
So you can't expect all of a sudden the world to wake up and suddenly find it. But not only that, politics has made these things a dividing point.
yeah, yeah.
You divide and conquer. This is how we divide and conquer.
But
So
why
it's all about power and money,
can't
power and
we?
money. Who's
Yeah,
got the most power gets the most money.
but why can't we still come from a place of compassion for each other? Why on that?
I think that right now there's a big faction of people that are trying to make they're trying to find a bad guy or a blame point. If you can put everything on somebody else
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
rather than own your own
Mhm,
participation,
mhm.
right? You can blame somebody for the difficulty
Yeah,
rather than say, wow, this doesn't work. We need to work together.
yeah.
It's easier sometimes for people to just blame other people and say,
It's
it's
such a cop
them,
out.
they're bad, it's them. And then that's also how you manipulate people.
Yeah, and that's such a cop out too, because where is the self worth and self growth and self development going to come from if no one
Exactly.
takes responsibility? I mean, it's awesome when you have to look at your own shit and it's the
Yeah,
negative, because you've got to go holy moly and then realize you don't want to be that person. Generally, I'm sure a lot of people go, oh my God, they say that what you don't like in someone else is a reflection of yourself. It's so true. Or what pisses you off about someone else is a reflection of something that within you. The whole experience with me at the motel was a reflection. I needed something to come back into me and to
right.
make, and I get that. And how exciting that, to rather than walk away. Granted, the first 48 hours was really hard to deal with, but now I can walk away going, okay, how did I invite that in? What was in my life now to invite that in, and my reaction, and how I got a response after my reaction, and what can I do to heal that and never happen again, or make sure I know how I'm still got a long way to become an observer rather than a big, fall into the trap of just reacting. So, I mean, and it's so exciting to think, oh, wow, like this could shift everything. Because if I didn't, if I can change my behavior, that person is not going to react the same. So there's no way that situation will ever be the same. So
Right.
like we have to start within ourselves to help
Yes.
shift each other.
Right. And I think there is a big movement right now of working on the self. I mean, there's so many great new programs out there about self-development, right? There's you can say to yourself, wow, I don't know how to deal with all this. You can Google meditation and
Yeah,
get a whole mass of different classes in meditation.
yeah,
If you want, your friend last week that we had on, Candace,
yeah,
that's exactly what she did.
yeah,
She said, I really need help with this. And she basically Googled it and found herself in a meditation class.
yeah.
So, you can totally say, I need to find a way to heal myself. And the enlightened individual will take on the work of
Yeah.
developing their self. And the unlightened individuals will stick to the blame game.
But I
You
find it
know,
so. Don't you find it really upsetting that after all this time in isolation and yearning to be in contact with each other again and rebuilding our relationships, this is just like COVID never happened. We weren't in isolation. It was like, and I felt like, oh, I'd rather stay in isolation if this is the general vibe of a city place. My God, like, what happened? Was this all for no reason? Like,
Well,
why?
that's when you have to work harder. That's where you set the example for the world. And by you developing yourself and you working on what you're working on and you putting this website out there and talking to people and say, hey, you know, if you need an ear, we're here to listen, or if you know what I mean. So what you put out in the world does have wonderful ripple effects. And feel like we don't want to isolate ourselves.
Yeah,
When we cloister ourselves, then we stop giving back,
yeah, yeah,
or we stop helping humanity evolve. And
yeah,
I really think that this is the big issue right now. This is the evolution of our species.
yeah,
We're at that moment where we have to evolve,
yeah.
or we're going to decay and crumble. And
Well,
yeah, I'm looking at, and some days I'm really optimistic. I look at, there's mindfulness training, Sounds True, as a big network about mindfulness meditation. And, there's some great websites out there, the Daily Om website. And, you can look at astrology any moment. There's some people who really are really involved in wanting to further the development of humanity. And gosh, bless her heart, people like Stacey Abrams, what a goddess,
yeah, yeah,
right? She's
yeah,
just like, she could have been dwelling on the fact that the election that she missed being governor for was a rather dishonest situation. But instead of running around going, fraud, fraud, we have to, and doing the whole negative dance, she goes, okay, let's fix this so this doesn't happen anymore.
yeah,
Right? Let's work on this
yeah,
so this doesn't happen again. Much like what you're saying is,
yeah,
as you work on yourself inside yourself so that you don't vibrate at
yeah.
the same energy level of those people and get sucked back into those black holes of nastiness. You know,
Challenge in hand, like seriously, like
well,
wow.
good for you, Jemima. You, two things. It would have been really easy to score something there.
You
It would have
think?
been, yeah, it would have been really great to just turn your back on your work as you were there,
Yeah,
right? Or it would have been really easy to go into a self-pitying depression and not, brought yourself back out again.
yeah,
And I think that's what your anger was doing for you. I think you got so angry was because you were choosing your power yourself.
yeah. It just came
So,
out that way. Like I'd rather my anger be more um observant, and have that fire to have smart words
yeah,
and intelligence in the moment, because I know I am and I was, but I was just like, Wah! I just
sure.
became, what the are
Yeah,
you saying?
yeah,
Like
that's like a
I
self-preservation. And so that's not bad. The
But it doesn't
more,
work because I was going to get the cops called on me. Like
yeah,
it doesn't work. It seriously doesn't work, guys. Like I was thinking of, and I said to my lover, what's going to happen? I'm going to be the one arrested because I'm hysterical.
absolutely.
And I swore. And he's the owner of the hotel. And as Darcy said before, they may have known the police too. They
Sure,
might have
like,
been best friends. I mean, and I could just see it happening. Thank God I could see it happening
yeah,
badly. But like, geez, so I thought the best thing is to choose to walk away and just walk away fast and like not even like don't even do anything, like just take a breath tonight. And then what you said too, like the collapsing into depression, it's like thank God I had the strength to get out of it, and maybe I came from a good place so it was easier. But I think
right.
maybe that's, I don't know, just it was
Well, it's
just
really great that you took a nap all day, that you
yeah,
rested, you rejuvenated. I mean, that's really important. And I mean, I think that's really important.
yeah,
So often like we were talking about earlier, we got to power through this. We got to
yeah,
power through this. Difficult things happen and we just got to power through it.
yeah,
You can't stop working. You can't let it go. We got to keep it rolling, got to keep the world moving.
yeah,
And sometimes what's really required is to just stop, lay down, and let yourself process.
yeah,
So I have this little girl at the school
yeah, yeah, yeah,
who's 3, and I always tell people, you know, parents often say to me, oh my God, what happened? I had a 2-year-old, a beautiful, lovely, sweet, charming little 2-year-old. And now they're like a screaming banshee monster. And I say, yeah, they're 3.
Yeah.
It's 3. It's the thing that happens with 3. All of a sudden, you know, they're learning not just to say no when they're 2. Kids learn the word no because they hear it a lot.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, don't pick that up. No, don't touch that. No, don't pull the cat's tail, right? So they, right? So they hear no, and so they know the word no. But then when they turn 3, they understand the power of the word no,
Oh gosh.
and and oftentimes they get like this emotional thing happening. So it's really been fascinating for me to watch this little girl. She is so expressive. I mean, she's so creative, so expressive. Dances. She's got dance moves, right? She's funny. She's a little fireball. She really is. She's just amazing. And she throws tantrums a lot.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, it could be the littlest thing, like she doesn't, like she made a little tear on a little thing she was making, and like she'll lose her cookies. I mean, just like splat on the floor, screaming, and all the teachers look at each other like this, like, okay, who wants to deal with it?
Going, yeah.
Right. And so, you know, I watch her for a minute, and then we go, wow, you're really mad right now. Or you must be feeling really frustrated right now. I don't want you to hurt yourself. You know, let's not throw a fit here because that's the hard floor. And then she might throw a fit even more because I said that. And like,
Yeah, of course.
you know, and then I might say, well, you can be mad and you can be frustrated. I get it. I see that you're mad and frustrated. I get it. Yeah, I get those feelings. Can we go be mad and frustrated someplace where it won't hurt so much? That's a good spot over there. We could try that one. Let's go be mad over there. Right. So I'll get her to go to a carpet. And I'm like, yeah, you're still really mad, aren't you? I can hear it. Wow, you're really, really mad. Wow, you're so frustrated. Oh, wow. And then I'll go, maybe we could go to the cozy corner for a while. No? Well, do you want to be mad in the cozy corner? Okay, well, let's go be mad. And get her over there, right? Get her on the pillow. And then she's exhausted. She's exhausted. And I'll say, okay, take your time. Stay here. Why don't you cuddle with whatever rabbit or toy, right? Something soft. Here's a softie right there. He said, okay, take your time. Don't worry. Let your anger go or hold on to it. Take a deep breath. Take your time. I'm going to be over here. You can come and get me if you want me. And I'll leave her there and she's fine and she'll process her feelings. But what we never said to her is, stop it. Don't be angry. You don't need to be angry right now. It's just a little tear. You just need to tape it. You don't have to be so frustrated. You know, just you're too loud. You don't have to yell like that. Stop yelling. Nobody stopped her feelings. Instead, what we did is we acknowledged it and helped her process it.
Beautiful.
So she can own her power and learn how to process it. And then later, when she has a big blowout, I'll say, you need to pause and reset yourself. And then when she's finished, we go, that was a good reset. That was a good pause. You really know how to take care of your body. And what it's really teaching this child is self-validation.
Yeah.
Because we don't have self-validation, not in my era. Nobody validated my big feelings, right? My big feelings was like, oh, Darcy, you're so dramatic.
Yeah, me
Oh
too.
my God, you're so dramatic.
I'm
Oh
always
my, right?
drama queen, drama
So
queen.
dramatic. What an actress. Oh my God, you're such an actress, right? Or, you know, everything was very diminishing.
Yeah.
You know, oh, you're hysterical. That's what they used to tell women all the time. You're hysterical. You're hysterical. So people had to shut down their feelings. I mean, it still happens, you know. I think that's what leads to a lot of depression is we don't know how to embrace our big feelings and say, these are my big feelings today. You know, I need to go take a bath or go and take a nap or, you know, just take the day off. I used to do that a lot in New York. I'm like, I'm not leaving my apartment. I'm taking a bath and drinking some tea,
Yeah.
you know, in order to process.
I think also people can't get afraid of other people's emotions because of what? I'm not sure, because they think maybe they're going to be responsible for that person.
Yes, a lot of times people think that they are responsible. They'll go, come on, honey, it's okay.
Oh,
Smile. Let's get, you know, it's not the end of the world.
you'll get over.
No, you're making me so sad to see you this upset. You know,
It's like
come
you can't
on.
be responsible for my feelings. I'm just trying to offload them so then I can move through them. And
Yeah,
so it's so hard to find someone who will allow that space, that safe space to be able to do that, and for someone in the other on the other side of it to feel safe doing it. So
right.
creating that space, you know, it's a very difficult thing. I mean, more people are becoming aware of it, and I love that. It's a beautiful thing. People aren't afraid to get in touch with their emotions or be emotional with someone, but still such an old stigma against big emotions, isn't it? Like it's like
Yeah,
that's what we're here to try and normalize. It's like, you know,
yeah,
everything.
exactly.
Yeah,
And not everybody can deal with it. I mean, just because you can and you're okay with it
yeah.
doesn't mean the person that you're talking to can handle it. They don't know how to handle it or deal
Well, I
with
have a lover who's constantly going, oh, I feel you, oh my god, and I
it.
know that, and I love it. It's beautiful, but I also have to say, babe, you can't be responsible for my emotions, and you can't let me affect you. You can't become my emotions because then I'm going to have to stop being so emotional, because I don't
Well,
want
no,
to.
now you're taking responsibility for him.
Yeah, well, okay. Well,
Yeah,
not yet. I'm trying to open
yeah,
him up to not taking responsibility. I'm not yet, because I'm still hugely emotional.
yeah, yeah. I would
But
just, I would just say, don't tell him you can't do this or don't do that. I would just say, thank you, thank
okay,
you.
but I feel the weight of him being so like with me, and I think it's beautiful, but I feel him paining just as much as I am, and he can't do that because it's not his responsibility to do that,
But
and it
it's
doesn't
his
help him.
feelings, Jemima. You're now saying that he can't have his feelings. If you're affecting him, you're
Okay,
affecting him. And if
okay, yay, we can be emotional together.
yeah, absolutely. If he says that's his compassion,
It really
you
is.
know,
It's beautiful.
he's
It's
looking
beautiful.
at you with great compassion.
I think
And
I
you
was afraid because he's got big emotions, and I don't want him to feel my pain because I have big pains, and it makes me sad to think that he feels so rawly with me. But it's such a beautiful thing. I mean, I'm not dissing him at all. I'm
I know,
absolutely,
I understand. You
yeah,
could
I love.
also look at it like this. You could say to him, if he says, oh my God, I feel you, I feel you, you could say, thank you so much for acknowledging me that way. Just thank you
Oh,
so much. And then you
that's
could also tell him,
beautiful.
I don't mean to bring you down.
Yeah, I do say that a lot. I say,
And
not.
he might say, that's okay, I'm here for you.
Yeah, yeah, and he is, and it's beautiful. But I just feel it's that pain versus pain. Like I don't want to cause you pain because I feel your pain and you feel my pain. Blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
we're both loving, empathic, sympathetic
Yeah.
beings.
So don't take responsibility for
That's
his
true.
feelings.
Yeah, and I'm denying him his feelings, and that's not right on my behalf at all. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Oh,
much. That's going to change our relationship because yeah, that's beautiful. And
yeah.
everyone, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Otherwise, you're going to end up always kind of hesitating to be
yeah,
however you truly feel that
yeah. And
day.
I can't do that because I'm an emotional being. I ride on emotions. Like that's who I am, and he loves that. But to see him so affected scares me because I don't want to bring him down when I'm feeling, because I'm a kind of crazy, up and down, in and out. You can never really tell. It's like suddenly he's like down with me. I'm going, but you're in such a good mood. Like I don't want to be responsible for that. But yeah, thank you, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, you infantilize him as if he can't make that decision. You know,
Oh,
he would say, look, I really was having a great day. You're in a funky mood. I'll talk to you later. I'll
yeah,
talk to you later. You take
yeah,
care of yourself. Take a shower, take a bath, do some deep breathing, go meditate. I'm going to go for a jog, or,
What might be
whatever. Hmm.
is that my ex used to sort of blame me for, because he would get emotional with me,
Yeah.
then blame me or put guilt trip on me for feeling, for bringing him down. And so I think that's maybe why I'm saying I don't want to bring you down, because I used to get this massive guilt trip for days, weeks, and a good excuse to do more drugs. So it really has that. I didn't even realize that until just now.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think this new partner, he's 63, he's got some time on him, which helps. And I'm not an ageist, but
Careful, careful about
I'm saying,
talking about ages.
but I'm not ageist. But I think those years make such a beautiful difference, because he has got a head on his shoulder. He has that a little bit more wisdom. He has more experience, and he knows what the hell he wants. So, and knows that and there's no drugs or anything else involved. So he's purely good-hearted, and that's such a different place that I've been with,
Mhm.
and it's sort of, I'm reacting like it was my past, and that's
I think
really,
also there's a fear there that if you're a downer, like if he gets down when you get down, then he's going to lose interest,
yeah,
so there's that whole thing, like you got to keep him, in a happy place so that he'll stay, his beautiful self. But I think
it's
it
unreal.
this gets back to, trust. Number one, trusting it, and trusting that if you really do believe he's a wiser individual, then he knows how to take care of himself.
Exactly.
And he'll say, this is not happening for me today. I think I'm going to go, get a pancake and a cup of coffee or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Right?
I
Yeah.
think that that advice you have with the little girl in terms of the, letting, I don't know, I'm going to take that. Can you help me next time I'm angry? Can I bring you away?
Yeah, can you help me? Because let me tell you, I've lost it a couple of times lately myself.
Pause.
Right? I have to tell myself I need a pause. Yeah,
Yeah,
I got really angry the other day. And but I've let it go because now I don't even remember the whole entire circumstance.
good.
So that's a good thing,
Yeah, that
when
is
you can walk away from it and not keep
not regret.
carrying it, right? Um, yeah, that's a really good thing. That means that I'm not carrying that around with me.
Yeah. So
Right now, huh?
so in ways, when we're helping other people, we're sort of unconsciously learning to help ourselves.
Always.
Yeah,
Every time I do a session for somebody, I'm getting the benefits of that session for
yeah,
myself.
yeah,
Always. So anytime I'm talking to somebody and then doing a hypnosis session, it's totally good for me. And
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Whenever
like my
you,
Pilates classes. I mean, let alone physical help.
yeah,
My what I say to them inspires me too. And I mean, they get me going in the morning, and then I get to sort of tell them whatever. But it really does. I've noticed. I always say thank you for turning up, because you help me with my day, no matter what. Even though I'm the instructor, you're the ones who get me to say this, to work it, to move through it, even if I'm in a hysterical mood. And it's beautiful. Like, it's like, thanks. What
oh
would I do?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these kids have taught me so much. When
Gosh.
I first started working there, I remember this little boy had such a bad temper, and he kicked me. And I was like, oh,
Oh
he
my God.
kicked me. And I took him by the hand to the principal's office. And she's like, you were really mad, weren't you? But that hurt Miss Darcy's body. I'm like, that's it? That's all you're going to do? And I realized, yeah, that's all we needed. That's all we needed. We don't need to shame the child or punish this child. This
Yeah.
child's learning self regulation. So, what I needed to do is go, but I came from a very punishing background. I, oh my gosh, if I ever did something like that, the world would have come crashing down around me.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand how to process that as a teacher. How do I process that? So it was great. Hang on one sec. Anyway, yeah, I learned so much.
Yeah.
So much.
And
And
such raw behavior from children. Like, it's just pure. It's pure human basic behavior that where we stem from, where we come from, where we begin. And to be able to be a part of that and watch it, and also learn from how you interact with them? I mean, it must be profound.
It
I love
is
it.
profound because, my own stuff comes up all the time. And if I have a
Yeah.
kid that's really challenging for me, then I have to really look at where am I in that one? Where am I? Like, I was so tired today. So tired today. I was woken up at 2 by a car alarm.
Oh
And then the
no.
dog started barking, car alarm and dogs. So I'm like,
Oh,
oh no, someone's breaking into a car. If the dogs are barking the car. So I have to, get up and look. And then I finally get back to sleep about 2:30. And then the dog wakes me up at 4:15. It has to go out to go pee. I'm like, really? Really? Because yeah, he got all excited at 2, right? That got them all up awake and excited. So
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, of
take them
course.
out in the dark. 4:15, I take them out. Well, now what they're used to having happen is I get up at 6 or 5:30 or 6. I take them out to go pee and then I feed them. But now it's 4:15. So I
No.
took them out to pee. So now they want to be fed because they went out to pee. So they don't know that it's 4:15 or 5:30, whatever. So I got to feed them. So it's like, okay. So I get back to sleep about 4:30. I wake up at 4, maybe 4:45. And my alarm is set for 6. But no, my dog decides to wake me up at 5:30. Just
Oh gosh.
wants
Just
to
for
go
love.
back out.
Just
So, okay, so he wakes me up at 5:30. So I take him out. Well, my husband had put this organic fertilizer in the potted plants.
right.
And then we had this rainstorm. He put too much of the organic fertilizer in the potted plants.
No.
So when the rain came, there's fertilizer water everywhere. It stinks to high heaven.
No.
So my dog decided this morning to go out and play in it. I'm like, it's
Oh
gonna
no.
kill him. Smells like dead fish.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
now
yeah.
I got to take my dog in and give him a bath, right? I was really tired. I got to give him a bath and I'm trying to do all this and get ready for work at the same time, right? So my husband wakes up and I'm like, the dog stinks. I have to give him a bath. I have to get out of here. I got to go to work. He's like, what's wrong with you? I woke up at 2, at 4, at 6. I'm tired, right? So then you get to school and you get one of those kids who's challenging you.
Yeah.
So the little boy that I have that's challenging me, he does everything really slowly. So all the kids are outside. We have to go outside. And this is what trips up parents is time. Because the parents are like, come on, we gotta go. We gotta go. And kids like, I can't find my shoe. I don't like these socks. I don't want to wear those pants. I want a cookie. And my parents like, come on, right? Bad combination. This is bad.
Yeah,
So here I am. We have to go with the other kids, but no, he has to go to the bathroom. I'm like,
gosh.
okay. But not only that, he's very quiet and doesn't talk. So I'm like, do you have to go to the bathroom? And he goes like, he's got his little mask on, right? So this is
Oh
what I
yeah.
get. This is what I'm getting.
Oh my
Do you
god.
have do you have to go to the bathroom? Yes. Did you say yes? Yes. Was that yes or no? Yes. Oh, okay. I think you said yes. Okay, go sit down. Then I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. I'm like, are you finished? This is what I get. No. Okay. It's like wait and wait and wait. So, I'm not the most patient person that day. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, can't rush art and you can't rush the bathroom. So here we are. We just got to chill out and let it be and not be that person.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Not be that person.
Oh
So
wow, what a great learning curve. Nice little boy.
he's so beautiful. What a sweet kid. Quiet, thoughtful, cute, slower than slow. Oh my gosh. So darling. So darn darling.
Well,
So,
people overall are just amazing, aren't they? So we live and learn from each other day by day, from 2-year-olds to freaking 60-year-olds, like, oh, sorry, 70-year-olds. Sorry, Das.
okay, so hey, I got these new cards.
Oh,
And
cool, cool, cool. Okay, yeah, it's about time. So let's pull the card. Woo-hoo. And by the way,
okay,
everyone, if anyone knows Darcy, it's her birthday this weekend. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Darcy. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray. Woohoo! Yay!
yay,
Okay.
that's right. It's my birthday.
Yay.
Yay. I'm trying to embrace it with all
Younger every
the
year.
other
Younger
things.
every year. So I
That's
hope you
right.
have a good time. Hope you have a great one.
That's right. I got a lot of energy, and that's what matters. So, speaking of energy, I'm using energy cards. They're brand
Woo!
new. I just
Woo-hoo.
started using them by Sandra Ann Taylor.
Okay, nice,
Called
nice.
energy
They're
cards.
beautiful. They look
So they're,
gorgeous.
yeah, they're beautiful. And so I was just pulling a card. I don't know anything about these, but I pulled strength.
Oh, angel of strength. My
Angel,
gosh.
angel of strength. That's
Number
what I
50.
just pulled.
Okay.
That's what I pulled for us just now. Angel of strength.
What's the animal on there?
It's a lioness.
Ooh,
Lion,
love it,
lion.
love it, love it.
A
Of course.
lion and a lioness. The angel and her lion.
Okay, beautiful.
Angel of
I love
strength.
this beautiful card.
Yeah, they're really, really charming. Um, Sandra Ann Taylor, 53 cards, energy oracle. Wah, wah. There you go.
Beautiful.
So this is about personal power and inner strength.
Ugh.
Okay,
Hey,
and
hey,
then
hey. Once again,
this is
can't
what
make
we
this
need.
stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up.
Right, right.
Okay.
So this amazing angel brings the news that this is a time of increasing power for you. It's not the time to be passive or submissive, but to speak your truth and take action on your own behalf. You are capable of taking greater control and directing your own destiny, for the
Wow.
power that comes from within reaches out to the universe and beyond.
Wow.
I think we were talking about this.
Yeah, I think so. That's crazy.
Right? Inner strength and unlimited resourcefulness flow through you at this time. Never forget that, Jemima. And they help you to create real results. Call upon this wonderful angel on your own inner resourcefulness to bring you the focus and resolve to do what's necessary in order to make your dreams a reality.
Woo!
And then she also has one for reversed, but I don't think I pulled it reversed.
No, that's
She has
beautiful.
an affirmation in it, and it says, deep within me is an abiding strength that knows no bounds. I have all the power I need to achieve all that I want.
Beautiful.
And that's why we don't need to manipulate other people or point the finger, because we are using our power in that beautiful way for self-development and the evolution of the species.
Yep.
Congratulations, Jemima.
Thank you, Darcy. And congratulations to you too. I think it spreads to both of us.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, guys. So thank you. Another week and under our belts. Happy birthday, Darcy. I really wish you the best new year. You're such a phenomenal person, and everyone you touch, you make such a beautiful impact on. So I love you. I won't be here this weekend. I'll be in ceremony. So I'll happy birthday now and happy birthday on the 1st of November.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Everyone, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We love you. Peace
Yeah,
out.
you do. Peace out. Mwah. Bye, everybody.